next storyteller is Eric Call.
January 7th of just last year was my idea of a great Saturday. It's that day where you get up a little extra early and you make a long to-do list and everything goes exactly as planned. It's a great day. But in the evening, I am out walking my dog, Dingo, and we're getting back to the house, and I suppose that my first clue that something was not going according to plan should have been the trickle of blood going past my ear, or my blood-soaked gloves, or the fact that everything I touch, I'm leaving blood stains on. But no, what I'm really worried about is the time, because I should have been home at exactly 8 o'clock, and it's 10 past, and I'm never late. So I quickly rechecked my math. We left the house at 7:07 p.m. We went on our normal walk, which is 2.7 miles long, which takes about 52 minutes normally, except if Dingo poops twice. And then it's 53 minutes. And then it strikes me, I'm not carrying any bags of shit, which is really wrong because, like me, Dingo is very regular. So I get inside the back door and I take off my jacket, and that's when I notice the blood on my shoulders. And I quickly conclude that it is, in fact, my blood because it's still flowing from my head. And I have absolutely no idea why. But I do know it wasn't on my to-do list. And I know that now is not the time to figure it out because my daughters are sitting right there in the living room, and I don't want them to freak out. So I go to my favorite backup plan, which is ignore the problem and pretend nothing happened. So I very casually, limp past the girls on my way to the bathroom, and I take a quick shower, and after I get out of the shower, I notice that I'm still bleeding. But that's okay, because I wrap my head with a bright red towel to hide the blood, and I limp back to the living room to join the girls and watch TV, lying on the sofa. But I quickly determined that this plan kind of sucks, because I'm sitting there and I have a perfect view of my ankle, and my ankle is now doubling in size, and it's turning very strange colors. And then I reach up to wipe my head, and I see that I have now bled through my towel already. This is when I get scared. And I'm not scared because I think I'm going to die. I'm scared because I need a plan, and I am shit out of plans. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at my droid and I pull up the to-do list like it's gonna tell me what to do. But then I remember a droid is also a phone. So I use it and I call for help, and help comes and I get to the emergency room. And as strange as that experience was, the next 3 days were even stranger because I swear I had the exact same conversation over and over and over again. With doctors, with my family, with my friends. So, Mr. Call, what do you think happened? Well, I went out to walk my dog and I came back with a head wound. Oh, I hope your dog's okay. No, really, what do you think happened? And I quickly learned to not even try to answer this question because the fact is that everybody loves a mystery except me. And their answers were so much more interesting than mine. But I think my family really takes the cake because at one point my mother guessed you were hit by an arrow. And then my sister, I think she thought I was faking it because she went with alien abduction. Which is fine because they were all wrong and I figured it out. It took me 3 days, but I figured it out. And not because I'm smart, but because I was a dork with a plan. And on that night, I'm counting calories, and I'm listing everything that I've been eating the day, which I'm good at lists, and I see that I'm at my limit, my calorie limit for the day, so that means that in order to get that glass of wine that I really want after the walk, I have to burn 170 calories. So that causes me to use the GPS to record my walk that night. And the GPS showed me exactly where my walk got interrupted, and it showed me exactly how long I lay motionless in the street, and that led me to the right police report, which solved the mystery because the police report said this: driver was turning left when a large unknown object hit his windshield. The windshield belonged to a Honda, the large unknown object was my head, and the 76-year-old driver never saw me. And then the police report goes on to answer the mystery of Dingo. Driver turned around, and he saw a body lying motionless in the street with a dog sitting next to it. So it makes me smile tonight to know that my dog sat there patiently for 6 minutes until I got up and I finished the walk with him. This is my dog. He stuck to the plan. The other thing that makes me smile is that really, Dingo was the only eyewitness to everything that happened that night, which is really fortunate because it really pisses me off that there are 10 minutes missing from my memory. So for the last year, I've really tried to reconstruct, invent what I think happened that night. And so here's what, in my mind, happened that night. At the last second, I saw that car coming. And in what I thought were my final moments on this earth, I did something that I've always planned to do, something noble and something brave. I pushed the dog out of the way. Which is really good because Dingo's the only one who really knows what happened, and he ain't talking, and I'm man enough to admit that I probably just screamed like a girl.